drone footage has uncovered the commencement of construction in Saudi Arabia's ambitious project, The Line. Despite widespread debates questioning its feasibility, with many describing it as seemingly too colossal and reminiscent of a science fiction film, the actual initiation of construction raises intriguing questions. Will this mark the inception of the world's most monumental megaproject? Or is there a possibility that the line could evolve into a trillion-dollar construction error, eventually left abandoned? The unfolding reality of the situation awaits discovery. In July 2022, Saudi Arabia's Crown Prince Mohammed bin Salman revealed the detailed blueprint for the line, a subject we previously covered in our initial video on the project. Bin Salman's vision included twin skyscrapers, each soaring 500 meters high, crafted from reflective glass and spanning 170 kilometers of desert, a scale equivalent to 2 lines, each rivaling the stature of 2001 World Trade Centers. More than just a colossal megaproject, the line represents a novel lifestyle concept. Inside the city, the absence of cars is proposed, with all essentials accessible within a 5-minute walk. Sustainable energy would be harnessed from the wind and solar farms, while water requirements would be met through a carbon-free desalination plant, positioning the line as a zero-carbon city. This audacious proposal stirred a blend of astonishment, admiration, and skepticism. Despite millions of views on YouTube and other platforms, scant information about actual construction progress led many to view the line as a mere publicity stunt. However, approximately 3 months post Mohammed bin Salman's presentation, an unexpected twist in events began to unfold. Construction began. On October 19, 2022, OT Sky unveiled drone footage capturing the construction site. The video showcases numerous excavators diligently digging trenches across the desert, forming the foundational groundwork for the line. The extent of the excavation is considerable, reaching far inland with the possibility of nearing the distant mountains visible in the background. Referring to the official map of NEOM's website, the line originates from a bay and traverses these mountains, suggesting that the footage was likely captured in this vicinity, possibly spanning a distance of 10 to 20 kilometers. Moreover, additional infrastructure is emerging around the entire project. Google Maps reveals various developments, including a site with offices and camps in close proximity to the mountains, a NEOM community boasting amenities like a football field and swimming pools, and a NEOM Experience Center. Given the image's lack of currency, it's reasonable to assume that more developments have occurred since then. As construction genuinely gains momentum, the global community is left to speculate on the unprecedented nature of this undertaking, with no comparable project worldwide. The future trajectory of the line remains a subject of anticipation and conjecture. However, we can contemplate 3 primary potential scenarios. The initial scenario involves the construction of the line grinding to a halt in the coming months or even years, with no occupants moving in. This outcome mirrors instances like the Jeddah Tower or the Dubai Creek Tower, where the construction status remains uncertain. In both cases, captivating renderings were showcased and ambitious promises were declared. Construction commenced, creating the impression that the structures would reach completion, only to witness an abrupt halt with no subsequent progress. Nevertheless, this seems less probable for the line, given its endorsement by an entire country and the significant global attention it has garnered. Advancing the project towards completion could present a compelling opportunity to attract more tourists and investors to Saudi Arabia. The second scenario envisions Saudi Arabia making substantial investments in its current plans, with the country potentially realizing its promised features over the next few decades. Achieving certain aspects such as a car-free environment, 100% renewable energy generation, and the concept of vertical living appears plausible. However, the sheer magnitude of the project seems daunting. As previously mentioned, The line aims for a height comparable to the One World Trade Center, which took approximately 8 years to complete. While that duration is reasonable, Saudi Arabia's ambition is to construct a structure of a similar height but spanning 170 kilometers. This is akin to creating a continuous strip equivalent to 2001 World Trade Centers, and since the project involves 2 such lines, it essentially involves constructing 4,000 of them, each potentially taking 8 years. The cumulative time frame would extend to 32,000 years. While Saudi Arabia could expedite the process by working on multiple sections simultaneously, the scale remains monumental, akin to a task spanning centuries. To provide a comparison, the Three Gorges Dam in China, with a height of just 180 meters and a length of 2.3 kilometers, was constructed by approximately 40,000 workers in 17 years, a significantly smaller endeavor compared to the line. However, a third potential outcome emerges with the construction already underway: an option for compromise. While the initial question pondered whether this could become the greatest megaproject in human history or a trillion-dollar construction blunder, there may be an alternative. As many of you pointed out in the comments on our previous video, Saudi Arabia could indeed construct the line, but perhaps not at the extravagant lengths originally envisioned. Considering the line is designed in 5-minute walk segments, the megaproject could be constructed gradually, adapting to demand by extending its length when necessary. Furthermore, adjusting the height of the line is a viable option, making the project more realistic and logistically manageable, possibly with half the original intended height. Despite a scaled-down approach, the core concept of vertical living remains intact, and all envisioned features could still be implemented. This could result in the creation of the world's first modern car-free city, introducing an entirely new way of living to the world. Globally, various initiatives aim to transition cities toward being more car-free. Yet, these endeavors typically focus on reducing car usage rather than completely eliminating cars. The challenge lies in the fact that most major cities are deeply rooted in car-centric design, making any transformation a complex undertaking. In contrast, the line offers a unique opportunity to start anew, potentially becoming the first substantial city in the 21st century where the number of car journeys could reach 0. The concept revolves around organizing all essential community amenities within walking distance, with an additional proposal for an underground railway system to facilitate longer journeys across the line. As the first residents are expected to move in by 2030, they may experience elements of the envisioned high-tech society, but on a more modest scale. Determining the most likely outcome raises questions about expert opinions on this ambitious project. Anthony Vives, Chief Urban Planning Officer at NEOM, acknowledges the project's complexity and ambitious nature, but emphasizes the strong progress being made. However, some external experts express concerns. Marshall Brown, a Princeton University professor of architecture, points out the numerous physical and environmental challenges associated with achieving the project's proposed minimal and singular character depicted in the renderings. With the construction now underway, the project's success remains uncertain. Opinions vary on whether people will eventually inhabit this innovative city or if it will evolve into an abandoned megaproject. Share your thoughts in the comments below. And if you like this video, click the next one shown on the screen. I'm sure you'll like it. Thanks for watching.